my connection with Patty is more beneficial for me than it ever will be for her. There's certain things that Patty and I do, and it clicks, and that's a benefit of having worked with her for a long time. You know, when you work with somebody for that long time and you start to figure out these little behavior and personality traits that mean, you know, she's getting antsy, she's doing this, so now we need to maybe move on to the next task or whatever the case is, it's beneficial to both of us. I think that the bond and the relationship that I have with Patty, you know, it took work. It took a lot of time and effort and showing her that I'm here for you, I'm here to help you, I'm here to support you, and you can trust me to do that. I think you have to develop bonds and relationships with the people you support, and it's impossible not to, if we're being completely honest. It's, you know, day in and day out. We spend more time with these folks than we do with our own families for a lot of us. And how can you not form attachments and relationships and connections with people that you share the most intimate moments with? You know, you're hands-on, you're feeding them and changing them and taking care of them. You're handling their perhaps behaviors in their worst moments. You know, someone is letting you into their life for those moments of vulnerability. And if you're not forming relationships, I feel like perhaps you're doing something wrong.
Total care. I love total care. I love to be able to provide any form of assistance to people who can't provide it for themselves. I love to see when we are working with them hand in hand. I love to see when they grow and they advance to the next, you know, the next level and the next stage, and when they complete goals. It's a very rewarding feeling.
You get them up for the day, you get them dressed, you get them cleaned up, hair, teeth, that whole thing. And then, you know, you probably going to have to hands-on help them with breakfast, help them with coffee, help them eat their breakfast. And now, you know, you're going to program. It's those activities of daily living that you and I just get up and go through the motions, but now you're helping them do all of that. You know, you're feeding them, you're changing them, you're getting them ready for their day, putting their outfits together.
They're not doing anything out of their unordinary. You just have to learn your individual. You have to understand, you know, where they come from, what their needs are, and it's our place to make sure that we meet every need. When you work with them and you have your moments of, you know, I don't know how to word it, because it's like you have your intimate moments as far as like you have to bathe them, you have to help dress them, you have to change them, you have to help feed them, you have to, whatever it is that they can't do for themselves, you're that person.
If I could give a new DSP one piece of advice, it would be to take yourself out of your own brain, right? Take yourself out of your own life and just really sit with our folks, listen to them, talk to them, get to know them. You have the opportunity to make a huge difference in somebody's life, and it's a privilege to be allowed that opportunity. So instead of, you know, I'm going to work, think about it like I'm going to visit somebody's home. I'm going to help them get ready for their day. I'm going to help them make breakfast. We're gonna go play a game. You know, it's not a job. I mean, it is a job, but it's not a job. And you really have to find that place where you can be on their level. You have to really take yourself out of your own brain to be able to empathize and put yourself in their shoes. Because putting yourself in their shoes puts a whole different spin on things. It changes your perspective. And I think that when you change your perspective is when you provide the best care and you help them to be the best that they can be.